Hi, PerspectiveWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, December 17th. Quite an icy morning this morning across much of Pennsylvania, central and northern New Jersey, the New York City metro region. An ice buildup overnight on the trees with temperatures hovering around the freezing mark. Most areas north of the Mason-Dixon line, at least in suburban locations. We were 32 degrees last night here in Chester County, southeastern Pennsylvania. 32 degrees this morning. Temperature did not budge. It will rise, however, above freezing over the next several hours. And any untreated surfaces that continue to freeze this morning will certainly not have a problem this afternoon. High temperatures later today in much of the I-95 corridor region will be in the upper 30s, clearly above the freezing mark. But again, overnight last night it hovered around the freezing mark for all night long in many areas across Pennsylvania, central and northern New Jersey, and in New York City. This is the very latest surface observation chart from NOAA, and the purple dashed line right here has the current location of freezing temperature, 32 degrees or lower. And frankly, it should go a little bit farther south than that because it's still clearly around 32 degrees, maybe 31 in some parts of Chester County, and there's still some freezing going on with occasional rain continuing this morning. Now the rain today will not be as heavy as it was at times last night, but certainly can have occasional showers all the way through the midday and afternoon hours, and finally cutting off when a cold frontal system passes through late in the day or early tonight. It'll become gusty with the arrival of that frontal system and in the overnight hours and during the day on Wednesday. Moderately cold tonight and Wednesday, but then perhaps the biggest story right now will be an Arctic blast that arrives late tomorrow. And tomorrow night and Thursday will be the coldest time of the year so far in much of the Mid-Atlantic region, with the lowest wind chill values and temperatures probably down to the middle teens in many suburbs of Philadelphia, for example, New York City, even the upper teens down across the D.C. metro region. And D.C. on Thursday will struggle to get above the 30-degree mark and will definitely stay in the 20s with still continuing strong winds and low wind chill values during the day on Thursday. But for now, this freezing line still extends somewhat down into southeastern Pennsylvania and then creeps back up, and it will move farther to the north over the next few hours, with temperatures again rising to the upper 30s by later today. Well, here's the latest radar image from WSI's Intellicast.com in the form of snow. The precipitation way up across New York State and much of New England this morning. Still a band of sleet and mainly freezing rain extending from southeastern Pennsylvania all the way into the central mountains and northwestern Pennsylvania. Again, this freezing line will advance to the north over the next few hours, and those areas now, for example, in southeastern Pennsylvania that are near freezing, east central Pennsylvania will get above freezing by the midday and certainly during the afternoon hours. Some strong thunderstorms still possible with the cold frontal system as it drives to the south and east. For today across the southeastern part of the nation. Yesterday there were reports of tornadoes down in the deep south, places like Louisiana reported some tornadic activity with the arrival of that strong cold frontal system, which again pushes south and east today towards the southeastern coastline. Well, let's walk through the surface forecast maps from last night's 6C GFS model run. Then we'll take a quick look at the 850 millibar temperature anomalies, because really right now the biggest story over the next couple of days will be this Arctic blast. A strong Arctic front will arrive in the I-95 corridor region midday, afternoon hours tomorrow, perhaps with some snow showers, maybe with some isolated snow squalls, especially north of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border. The winds will pick up tomorrow night and continue quite strong on Thursday. Very, very cold air mass for Wednesday night and Thursday in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, throughout New England. Some of the coldest temperatures of the year so far. As we start off the day this morning, snow to the north, freezing rain in the middle, and plain rain from southern Pennsylvania on south. This low pressure area will scoot off to the north and east over the next several hours and drag a cold frontal system through the I-95 corridor region by early tonight. Let's push forward here, and here we go. By early tonight, the low is off the coast, cold front comes through, winds will pick up later today and going into tonight. And again, moderately cold air follows for tonight and Wednesday, way down into the mid-20s in many areas by tomorrow morning and only up to the mid-30s, but it really turns sharply colder tomorrow night. Again, we could see 15 degrees in the suburbs of Philadelphia, for example, by Thursday morning. Let's move forward here. And here we go. Here's that next blast of cold air. There's an Arctic frontal system right in here starting off the day tomorrow morning. You see this little area of snow? There will be snow showers associated with this Arctic frontal system dropping into the northeastern part of the nation, and whether or not they can make it all the way across the mountains into the I-95 corridor is still a little unclear, but the possibility exists for some snow shower activity tomorrow afternoon in even as far south as east central Pennsylvania, southeastern PA, maybe even south of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border. And again, there can be an isolated snow squall or two with the arrival of that Arctic blast. And here we go. By tomorrow afternoon, the Arctic front arrives and some snow bands setting up in very, very cold air for the northeastern part of the nation for Wednesday night and Thursday. Again, temperatures down in the teens by Thursday morning in much of the I-95 corridor region, and will struggle to reach 30 in D.C. and struggle to reach 25 in Philadelphia and New York City on Thursday. That high pressure sits on top of the region. We get a little bit of moderation in temperatures as we go into the end of the week. A little bit more reasonable temperatures on Friday and Saturday, but still cold. And we're still monitoring this potential system that continues to look suppressed to the south here, way down in the southeastern part of the nation as we begin the weekend. Still something of interest. We'll have to monitor to see if it can push farther to the north. Currently, it looks like it stays to the south, but something we'll monitor over the next couple of days. Well, let's wrap up by looking at the 850 millibar temperature anomaly forecast maps from last night's 6Z GFS. Starting off the day in the upper part of the atmosphere, it's warmer than normal. This is a little bit deceiving. Again, this is the 850 millibar, a couple thousand feet up. At surface level, we're still hovering near the freezing mark as we begin the day in many areas north of the Mason-Dixon line. So this is a little bit deceiving here, but this is the area I want you to focus on, because that is the Arctic blast coming for Wednesday night and Thursday. Let's move forward here. Again, moderately cold air overnight tonight, below normal, and moderately cold for Wednesday. But look at this blast here. There's an Arctic front that will usher this air mass in tomorrow afternoon. And again, it can be accompanied by snow shower activity even in the I-95 corridor region, and then down to the teens tomorrow night in many suburban locations along the I-95 corridor region. And Thursday itself, this is Thursday morning, very cold day, one of the coldest, if not the coldest days so far, with even lower wind chill values. Highs struggle to reach 30 in D.C. and 25 or so in Philly and New York City. Again, that is a kind of a quick Arctic blast. We get moderately cold air for Friday and Saturday, and again, we'll continue to monitor that storm system way down into the southeastern part of the nation as we begin the weekend. But perhaps the bigger story over the next few days will be this Arctic blast coming for Wednesday night and Thursday. That's it for now. For PerspectiveWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Orion.